Hi, I'm Roman, the Chief Product Officer at Incode. We help customers make sure that the people and businesses they're interacting with are real, are who they say they are, and have good intent. And we do this at scale, with more than 4 billion identity checks yearly, supporting 8 out of the top 10 banks and 7 out of the top 8 telecoms in the United States. Artificial intelligence is driving an unprecedented rise in the sophistication and volume of fraud, deepfakes, and social engineering, so Incode is building foundation AI models for identity that rapidly learn and adapt to novel attacks as they appear, helping customers stay ahead of fraudsters and reducing the friction that legitimate users experience. Today, there's a new user class emerging that our customers need to provide services to: AI agents, acting on behalf of consumers and businesses. We think agentic usage will grow very quickly, driven by the consumer benefits AI brings. People will ask their agents to access their bank accounts to manage money, shop at their favorite e-commerce stores, review their medical records, book their travel, and so on. So every service provider will face growing demand to make their apps available to agents. On the enterprise side, agents will work on internal company tasks, but they will also interact with external people and businesses to provide customer service, sales, manage vendors, and etc. By 2027, an average consumer-facing company will very likely see more interactions done by AI acting on behalf of their users than done by the users themselves. This will unlock significant consumer benefit and productivity, but there are also risks. First, fraudsters will get the same productivity benefits as legitimate users, and combined with much more sophisticated generative AI models, we'll see millions of malicious agents attempting to impersonate, social engineer, and break into every system. New surfaces built for agents like MCP will also create new attack vectors that just don't exist today. Second, legitimate agents can be compromised, taken over, prompt injected, or they can just get confused and ultimately act against the interest of their own user. Third, compliance is going to get complicated, especially in more regulated industries where agents can start creating accounts, entering into legal agreements, and accessing very sensitive data on behalf of their users. And finally, dispute ambiguity and legal exposure will get tricky when users can claim that AI autonomously did something that they did not approve. You will need a solution to all of these issues to scale your products to meet the coming demand for supporting agents. This is why we built Incode Agentic Identity. Agentic Identity is a way to use high security, deepfake-resistant biometrics to bind each AI agent to the human that owns and directs it. With a simple workflow that the agent shares with their owner, you get to ensure that the agent is acting on behalf of a real human and that the real human is who they say they are. You can specify the exact permissions and scope that the agent can request, and the human needs to explicitly allow the scope that they're comfortable with when their identity is bound to the agent. The permissions can range from allowing just a single action to reusable access to specific resources, budgets, and so on. The binding is coupled with agent monitoring, so that if there is risky or anomalous behavior, you can programmatically revoke access and require the human to review and reauthorize the agent. Finally, it works across both web, where humans and agents access your services together, and agent-specific protocols like MCP. Agentic Identity integrates into your existing identity and biometric stack and works with any AI platform out there, so you're able to deploy a single system and secure access to your entire product. We're really excited about the potential of agents and would love to help your business prepare for the agentic era by giving you control over how AI is going to work with your systems.